I close my eyes, it's not a dream. There's so much more that I can get. Let me wonder what we could have been. You know I smile that it couldn't keep. I close my eyes, it's not a dream. 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 There's so much more that I can get. Let me wonder what we could have been. I close my eyes, it's not a dream. You know I smile that I couldn't keep. I close my eyes, it's not a dream. I close my eyes, it's not a dream. 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 Money got me like. Money got me like. Money got me like.
Welcome back, everybody, to another Fuel Esports broadcast today. I am Newt. I'm just by myself today, but that's not going to stop some fantastic action coming to you from all of these teams in our NECC placement matches. It's Rocket League today. First match is going to be Fuel versus Warriors Gold. It's our main team here. You know, we saw them debut last week. They really showed up with some real firepower. I mean, that St. Clair match was right to the very end. All games very, very close. And for a team that had just got together, they are showing brilliance already. And let's take a look at those rosters. Take a look at who was making those fantastic plays. Reeker's the captain. You saw him last season. We got the two new ones, McLean, who's really come out of the woodworks and is an absolute, hot shot there, just unstoppable on the pitch. And then Peepaw, a little bit of an underdog, right? People were not expecting much from him last week, but he really showed up. He leveled up his own play, and he matched the team. The synergy, it's already starting to form for a team that is as new as they were. They barely had any practice. They're feeling good going into this, right? Obviously, they want to win. That's kind of the goal for most teams. They always want to win. But our Fuel roster, our Rocket League roster, they've shown such promise already. I'll have to see how they do against Warriors Gold for sure. I mean, I think it's going to be a fantastic starting match. But I think first we're going to have to take a short break as we wait for them to load into lobby, but don't go anywhere.
Last one standing who took home the grand prize. If you're interested in seeing more events like this, let us know in the Discord at fsu.ca/discord. The 2026 competitive season kicks off this Thursday as Fuel Rocket League takes on the University of Toronto and St. Clair College. You can catch the broadcast live at twitch.tv/FanshawFuel starting at 8 p.m. If you don't want to miss any future broadcasts, make sure you follow us at FanshawFuel on all social media so you can see all of our daily score reports and weekly stream schedules. You can also find some broadcasts on Rogers TV on Channel 13. And finally, on January 26th, you can find us in Forwell Hall for another Monday Night Game Night for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and Melee. Friendlies and signups will begin at 6 p.m. while the official bracket begins at 7. That's all for this week. Welcome back to Fuel Esports, and we're excited to share the year with you. We'll be back next Tuesday for another Fuel Esports weekly update.
Hop in the car, watch it go vroom, vroom. I told her mom that I was soon. Knew as a child, back in the womb. Oh, told her step back, I need my room. Hop in the car, watch it go vroom.
Welcome to the Fuel Station, an FSU service that's open to all Fanshawe students and offers a wide selection of consoles and games. In the Fuel Station, people can play a variety of games such as Valorant, League of Legends, Super Smash Bros, and many more. The Fuel Station is open at J 2018, 10 to 10 on weekdays, and some days could be closed for early private use for Fuel Esports matches and broadcasts. If you want to know more about Fuel Esports, check out our socials, or just come to the room and check things out for yourself.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Fuel Esports weekly update. We hope you all enjoyed your break over the holidays, and welcome to 2026. Let's talk about the beginning of the new year and what's coming up soon. We hope everyone enjoyed their time over the break, and welcome back to those returning for 2026. We've been taking a bit of a break ourselves, but we're back and ready to continue to support our amazing community of Fanshawe College students and competitors. On Monday, we held the first Monday Night Game Night of 2026 for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and Melee. The Smash community is one of our most active and engaged student communities on campus, and it's always great to have them out. Congratulations to the winners, and we look forward to seeing you again in 2 weeks. On Friday, we brought back one of our 2025 favorites for another year with Fuel Games, which saw Fanshawe College students compete against each other in various mini-games themed around the hit Netflix series Squid Game. Congratulations to our last one standing who took home the grand prize. If you're interested in seeing more events like this, let us know in the Discord at fsu.ca/discord. The 2026 competitive season kicks off this Thursday as Fuel Rocket League takes on the University of Toronto and St. Clair College. You can catch the broadcast live at twitch.tv/FanshawFuel starting at 8 p.m. If you don't want to miss any future broadcasts, make sure you follow us at FanshawFuel on all social media so you can see all of our daily score reports and weekly stream schedules. You can also find some broadcasts on Rogers TV on Channel 13. And finally, on January 26th, you can find us in Forwell Hall for another Monday Night Game Night for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and Melee. Friendlies and signups will begin at 6 p.m. while the official bracket begins at 7. That's all for this week. Welcome back to Fuel Esports, and we're excited to share the year with you. We'll be back next Tuesday for another Fuel Esports weekly update.
Hop in the car, watch it go vroom, vroom. I told her mom that I blow soon, soon. Know as a child, back in the womb. Oh, told her step back, I need my broom, vroom. Hop in the car, watch it go vroom.
Welcome to the Fuel Station, an FSU service that's open to all Fanshawe students and offers a wide selection of consoles and games. In the Fuel Station, people can play a variety of games such as Valorant, League of Legends, Super Smash Bros, and many more. The Fuel Station is open at J2018, 10 to 10 on weekdays, and some days could be closed for early private use for Fuel Esports matches and broadcasts. If you want to know more about Fuel Esports, check out our socials, or just come to the room and check things out for yourself.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Fuel Esports weekly update. We hope you all enjoyed your break over the holidays, and welcome to 2026. Let's talk about the beginning of the new year and what's coming up soon. We hope everyone enjoyed their time over the break, and welcome back to those returning for 2026. We've been taking a bit of a break ourselves, but we're back and ready to continue to support our amazing community of Fanshawe College students and competitors. On Monday, we held the first Monday Night Game Night of 2026 for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and Melee. The Smash community is one of our most active and engaged student communities on campus, and it's always great to have them out. Congratulations to the winners, and we look forward to seeing you again in 2 weeks. On Friday, we brought back one of our 2025 favorites for another year with Fuel Games, which saw Fanshawe College students compete against each other in various mini-games themed around the hit Netflix series Squid Game. Congratulations to our last one standing who took home the grand prize. If you're interested in seeing more events like this, let us know.
We did end up missing that first game. Warriors Gold, though, ended up taking it pretty convincingly, as here we are already 5 seconds in, and a kickoff goal goes the way of Warriors Gold. So Fuel on the ropes so far. Let's see if they can climb this one back, find some of that momentum that really started to shine in last week's series, or if Warriors Gold is going to keep running away with this one, as Mero blocks that one, but McLean gets through too, but Alphaz is going to be there to stop it as Reeker keeps it in the corner, goes up, gets that touch. McLean to meet there, but instead Omero is actually going to be the first one to get it. Now McLean challenging in this corner as Peepaw comes swinging in. Now, is there any player to follow up on this center? Reeker makes sure to stop that dead in its track, but Alphaz again kicks that one to the corner as we keep this rally going. Both teams, they don't want to let it. Fuel does not want to let it out of this corner. They want to keep this attack going, whereas Warriors Gold try to clear it out, but Excess finally gets it out. And it's going to be a shot, but it's just going to go towards the post as it's popped fly up as Yumero finds one, flip, two, and he looks for more. It's just going to be a pass over to Alphaz, which gets blocked by Fuel, but now it's all Warriors on the offensive. As a pass from Alphaz goes wide, Yumero not going to catch that as Peepaw gets a little bit of a breakaway. Instead, McLean's going to be the one to catch that up in the air after Excess as the challenge. Excess ends up winning that one, but Reeker is there right below, ready to catch that one at the moment's notice, and Reeker gets it past two players to get Fuel on the board and tie this game up 1-1 with 3 minutes and 42 seconds remaining. Nicely side flips here from Reeker, just gets it past two defenders. Very, very clean plays there showing up when his team needs him most. Is now another kickoff here. Warriors, they found that one success on a kickoff goal. Let's see if they can recreate it. It is a demo over. Alphaz going to end up getting McLean, catching him unaware. He's back on the map now. Amero gets it through. Doesn't have the boost, but the flips and the speed is still there regardless, keeping this ball up as much as possible. It is off the wall, but the backboard is stopped there by Reeker, who catches that one mid-air. Now he looks for some sort of an offensive, but with only 12 boosts to his name, it's just going to be a light pass towards McLean, who ends up not finding it. Peepaw looks for this middle play. He catches it. McLean up on the wall, finds it next as he keeps on going up. Humber, though, going to be the one to catch that just before anything as Reeker gets a corner shot, but it's not going to go where he wants. Just a slight touch of the angle as now Alphaz finds something, but it's hit, swatted away cleanly by Peepaw. It is now Warriors' gold turn. Nice little double pass here off the backboard. Alphaz gets that one touched in, but McLean's there to stop it. A double save from McLean as now the ball is popped up in the middle center field, and neither team really finds something, but McLean with a hero play finds 2 saves in a row and then gets the goal. Beautiful saves there, and then follows up off of a very, a bit of a mistouch there from Humber, who sets it up right towards McLean's front tire. Gets that one in as Fuel take the lead with 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. Back into the action, McLean finds it in the middle, but it's not going to be stopped. Reeker gets that one before it can really go anywhere. Warriors gold gets to really be able to mount much of an offensive outside of that one turn they had, but it didn't give anything. Fuel been on the offense this entire game, not letting go of this gas pedal once. They want to keep Warriors gold at bay. They don't want to give them any opportunities. Imagine in first game, they ended up finding a lot of those successful plays. Fuel adapting to that and realizing that their best play is just going to keep the offense on, keep the pressure as Alphaz tries to get that as a corner, but now there's no boost. The only player with boost is Humber, who's only at 50, so it's going to be a little bit harder to clear this out than Warriors gold want as McLean and Peepaw in this corner battling it up, making sure to stop this ball, pop it up, but finally Alphaz gets it past. Reeker not getting the touch he wanted. McLean and Peepaw just a pass right in front of their own goal, but now it's centered up. XS is going to get challenged by McLean though, and it's going to be stopped before anything as Alphaz again challenged by Peepaw. Fuel finding these challenges, but both teams are neck and neck, but that 1-goal lead is keeping Fuel, keeping Warriors gold at bay so far, as it's now on Fuel's side for the first time in a little bit. As to see if Warriors gold can continue this offense or if Fuel's going to be able to stop this one again. As Humber finds that one, kicks it out of the net, goes for a double touch, but it's actually towards his own goal as Peepaw finds the touch he wants, but it's not enough as McLean and Reeker not there to meet the ball. Shot as XS goes up into the air, but it's just going to be a backboard. McLean is easily, clearly going to be able to get that one out of there. As now Reeker goes for something, but he's just a little bit wide. It may have been a fake as 1 minute left on the clock. And it's just non-stop action as Humber is going to bring that one through. Nice little air dribble here, gets it through. Both players of Fuel. Peepaw getting bumped out of the way by XS. Beautiful team play there from Warriors gold to bring this game 2-2, 2 apiece. 55 seconds remaining. Goal could, a kickoff goal would immediately set the tide in that team's favor, but there's still opportunities. 50 seconds, so much time when it comes to a game that's quick-paced, as fast-paced as Rocket League, as Reeker looks for something, but Alphaz and XS are going to be there to stop that one. Peepaw, again, just keeps this ball dead in center field, but Humber finds it first, up in the air, but it's a fake. It's McLean and Peepaw getting that one out. Alphaz, again, finds it, passes to XS. Reeker goes to challenge off of the ceiling, finds it. 30 seconds remain as the teams are evenly matched here. McLean battling it out in the sky here. As Peepaw goes for something, he's the underdog for Fuel. It's a dead ball right in front of Warriors net, but it's not going to go in as the touch just wasn't there. Bouncing slowly on the ground is now with 7 seconds remaining. The last attack here for Warriors. Snuffed out by Reeker, who stops this one. Fly ball, but it's going to touch the ground as we head to overtime in game 2. Kickoff goes the way of Warriors yet again. They've been getting the better of these kickoffs often. But Reeker doesn't really care about the kickoff. He looks for something started immediately as playing there to match. Stop Warriors' goals push here as they keep the offense going. Gets it over one with a nice little play. Keeps this ball up, gets it past 2 defenders. McLean, hero plays here, but it's just going to be stopped as he's down to 12 boost. Peepaw's going to be the one to catch that one in center field. The ball is up in the air, but Humber is going to be the first one to meet it. Reeker, though, gets it past Alphaz, though. That ball is too slow to go through him. McLean finds a nice ground touch, and that one's just going to trickle into the corner. Top left corner off of a bounce shot there, and Fuel will take game 2, 3-2 in overtime. We have ourselves a match already, this best of 5, 1-1 apiece. Neither team getting bogged down by each other, and I'm expecting this third game to go just as well. 32 ball touches here from Peepaw. I mean, both teams playing lights out. This is top tier Rocket League at its finest. That is for sure, as we'll see how this next game ends up going. Both teams, they've started to adapt. Fuel kept that pressure up, but towards the end, Warriors started to make some sort of offense of their own, as Fuel, their defense was also there. So was Warriors. It's just these 2 goals that got through, and McLean in the end finding a beautiful, beautiful shot, as we'll be loading in to game 3 shortly here. We'll see which team is going to take that lead and get themselves just that one step closer to getting in the winners division and keeping their win streak so far for NECC placement matches going as we start this round up. XS in his own corner as Alpha has to be the one to clear that out, but instead McLean is there to catch it. Stuck once again in Warriors corner. Fuel loves to keep it here because it just means there's so much offense potential, and Warriors have to stop so many different plays. A demo though from XS means that he'll be able to play a little bit looser, and it means that Warriors get that bit more breathing room, but Reeker gets it past 2, but Alpha is there to catch it. As Peepaw looks to get a touch, but XS is going to be the one to stop it there. McLean not finding the challenge in the air. Yumeru gets it past Reeker as well, which means Fuel has to send some people back. Yumeru coming off of this side. Alphaz touching in, and now it's in the side of Fuel's corner. It's in their left corner. XS keeps it there, tries to get a center play. A nice double touch, but McLean backboard is there. Something we always highlight with teams of these calibers, that backboard defense is crucial. Cannot let these teams have free access to backboard. Those double touches will always go in, and that's exactly what both teams have done. Neither team has really been able to find these aerial plays. Most plays so far have been off of the ground or some sort of bounce shot, as instead Mary stops it. Reeker head ball middle of center. He's trying to keep this play going. Looks for a ground pinch. He's just going to roll up the side. But XS is there first. Peepaw finds the touch, but it goes right towards Alphaz's front left tire, as Meru now has a bit of something here, but McLean wins that cleanly. Now it's bounced off the wall. Reeker looks for something. Another bounce. Is anyone there to meet it? Yumeru is going to be the one to stop it. Peepaw just a second too late. Reeker again stops it in center field, but now Warriors, they're back on the offensive. It's their turn. One player has full boost. 2 players have full boost now. Yumeru has to run a bit of a ways away, though, to get Kenny for himself. He's like the one playing defense, as McLean goes for something, looks for some sort of flip resets, but he doesn't find it, as Yumeru just finds that open net to bring Warriors 1-0 lead after 2 minutes. That's just going to be a touch where, it's a rough one for sure for both teams. I mean, obviously, Waterloo going to come out on top in that starting round there. See how they end up doing as we're coming in to another half here. Yumeru looking for something off the wall. He wants to bring this lead to 2 if he can so, as he doesn't want to bring a close game yet again. I mean, Fuel won an OT last time. These games have been neck and neck. Both these teams fairly evenly matched so far, as McLean, nice bump on Alpha. Instead of going for the challenge, instead of going for the 50, just decides, I can bump you out of the way and the ball will still be mine. Reeker now goes up, finds one, but it's not going to find much else. Peepaw bounce off of the roof, but it's not going to find anything, as it's just going to go a little bit astray. McLean looks to try to get a centering play, but none of his team is there. XS gets demoed. Fuel with their first demo of the game so far. Warriors has had 2. Fuel now officially 1 as they try to keep this up. Peepaw comes out from the corner, looks for some sort of ceiling play, but it's just going to get stopped there easily by XS, who now has no boost. He finds it. He can challenge McLean, and instead Alpha is going to be the one to get that one, as these hero plays are not finding their mark for Fuel. They need to start these team-based plays. That's what end up scoring for most of these teams. These bumps when another player is going for something. These nice, beautiful passes, these setups is really what separates the goods from the greats in these types of games. You see St. Clair excel at so often, and that just comes with the amount of time playing. I mean, Fuel, brand new roster, Warriors Gold, seem to have that synergy there already, as XS off of the backboard, but McLean, again, he knows he cannot leave that backboard open, and he stops it early. As now Alphaz, it trickles in. Peepaw thought it was just going to hit the crossbar. A little bit of an just a misjudged play there from your Peepaw. That's something that comes with time. he just thinks that's just going to be a clear, miss or straight towards the backboard, but instead it will hit off of the crossbar, go in, and Warriors Gold take their lead to 2 with 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining, and they win the next kickoff. NECC now to find something is Humber and McLean. McLean gets it past 2. It's off of the backboard, but there's no one there to meet it. Deepaw not finding the touch he wants. It just goes a little bit too high. Rieker for a bump on Humber so McLean can get the touch, but it's a wide open net. Deepaw, though, there to stop it. The ball looked like it could have trickled in. Now, ball dead center of Warriors Gold side. 1 minute remaining. Warriors Gold holding on to this 2-point lead like their life depends on it. Almost a Rule 1 situation there between Rieker and Humber, but instead it does get broken, as now you see NECC go for something. McLean pops it up, just a little bit too much speed for the members of Warriors Gold to be able to meet that one in time, as Humber flips it back towards his own corner where NECC will be the one to catch it. McLean, he gets past him as keep this one in, and now it's just Warriors Gold. They just do not need to let any goals in. They want to keep Fuel at bay, keep the offense going themselves so they don't have to play around with some risky defense. Let these players who have such incredible individual skill, flourish. They're just going to keep them at bay with their team play as NECC goes for a fake there. Humber finds some air plays, but it's not going to find too much. With 10 seconds remaining, Fuel, they have to score now if they want any sort of hope, as it looks like Peepaw finds the door. The door is slightly opened, and there is a route for Fuel to make it to OT. They have to get a kickoff goal here, though. It's a non-negotiable, or they have to keep it up for so long that they're able to get some sort of play. But importantly, they have to be the ones to win this kickoff to get it started, as it will be Peepaw playing the first ones to get there. Rieker is going to go up. It's off the backboard. It's a little too much speed, though, as someone needs to get it, and instead it's going to get hit down by Alphaz, as Warriors Gold take a 2-1 lead in this series. And they bring themselves to that match point and try to keep Fuel at bay, send Fuel towards that lower bracket of, of these placement matches. Fuel, they have to find the answer. They're finding these solo plays. They need to get these team plays going just a little bit better. And that game, that's one you just got to shake off, right? It was a misread that ends up costing them the game. So it's the misread that ends up making it a 2-0 lead. So here, they're going to see if they can claw their way back into this one, as we're heading in game. I think actually first we're going to have to take a short break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with the Rocket League action. Welcome back, everybody, as we are heading into the next game. It's game 4, and now, Fuel, they're on the backboard. Me just for a little bit here as we figure out some technical issues. We should be back in the action shortly. You did not miss anything as Alphaz keeps the pressure up. Warriors, they want to stop Fuel now before they can even start to heat up. Fuel, a team, last semester we saw them often find a lot of success once they could start heating up. And speaking of heating up, McLean just going to find that open net to bring Fuel their lead for the first time, I believe, so far in this series. Especially that first goal. It's always been Warriors finding that first one, but a nice demo play. Fuel, they're learning. They're playing these team plays. They're playing a little bit more dirty, as it's now do or die for this round, for this match, as kickoff still goes the way of Warriors. They're winning these kickoffs time and time again, and Humber just going to find a beautiful play off the ceiling out of a pass from Alphaz. And Warriors not bogged down even slightly by that play. NECC passes it to Humber, who gets a nice touch to center right of the net, and it will bring the game tied. After only 34 seconds, we're already into the heat of battle as the 2 goals. Almost the same amount as last game entirely. This game feels like it's going to be a bloody one. You always see this with Rocket League teams, right? Games can be so close, and then one game just blood gets spilt, and these teams start to get massive amounts of goals. We saw last week, St. Clair, Fuel, there was a game where it was 5-4. Now, and the rest of the games, they were all 1-2 goal games maybe, so we'll see if that is this game. as Warriors Gold keep the offensive up, and it's just going to trickle in as Humero finds his second for the game so far. He's heating up beautifully. Nice pass here, though, from Alphaz off the backboard. McLean doesn't find it. Peepaw doesn't find it either. Neither does Reeker. And Warriors Gold take the lead right back from Fuel. 4 minutes remaining. We've had 3 goals already in just a minute. This game has already started off heated as Humero looks for to continue the success that Warriors Gold has found so far. Reeker, though, wants to make some sort of hero play. The backboard was not defended, but Alphaz will be the one to find it. He drives it right into the corner as Alphaz now looks for a touch. It's off the ground. It's a double touch. Excess, though, a little bit off on his placement. He definitely wanted to keep that one more centered as will be there to stop it. Humero now is going to be a little bit short. It's actually a fake because Alphaz is going to be the one to clear it from the ground. He goes a little bit too far now, and he has to flip back to make sure Reeker doesn't find any sort of success. Peepaw finds a shot, but it's off the backboard. It's slowed down. McLean gets it through, and it's a tie game yet again. Peepaw finding these assists, and this is something, right? Backboard was left alone, and those are exactly what you're looking for. You don't have to find a fancy goal of a backboard. Even just a pass of a backboard is more than enough to find success in these games. As another kickoff, and it goes the way of Fuel, but Alphaz is there to meet the second touch, and does mean that Warriors keep their kickoff streak going. They're just lights out when it comes to these kickoffs. McLean, though, brings that ball center field. It's head ball, but Humero is going to be the first one to touch it as it bounces off of Reeker. He finds, actually just off of Reeker and goes right through Peepaw there as Reeker definitely wanted their touch there. Actually, I think he not even got it as a shot there from Humero, who finds his third, a hat trick for him in this game so far. 3 minutes left. This is still anyone's game. Fuel finally wins a kickoff here. Is that going to be a sign that they can, success is going to brew from it? It does look like it's back to Warriors in control, but Fuel keep the offense up. In that first game, in that second game, you really saw Fuel never let go of the gas pedal, always be on the offense, but in the last couple of games, they've been on the defense a lot more. Warriors Gold have been keeping them at bay. Fuel, they need to get that fire back. They need to keep this offense going as McLean looks to try to make a play himself. He gets past one, but there's a second player always there to wait. Teams are not going to leave anyone alone, but McLean is there to find a beautiful touch off of, some would say a bit of a wonky pass, right? It did not go how Reeker wanted it because it bounced off about 4 people. McLean still finds that with the back top of his car as it's another tie game. I feel like I'm going to say that one a lot in this one as here another kickoff goes the way of Fuel. Peepaw looks for something up from the air, but he doesn't find it as Reeker is back there ready to stop Humero. But instead, neither him nor McLean can stop Humero, who gets his 4th for the game. I mean, he has been lights out this one so far, just absolutely unstoppable on the offense. McLean just going slightly too far for that one as Reeker was not able to catch up either. And Warriors Gold take the lead right back. Kickoff goes the way of Warriors. Reeker finds it. Access finds that touch. It's a bounce board. It's bouncing off of the backboard. A double touch, but it does not go in. As instead, McLean gonna be the one to catch it. He comes off of the seal, off the wall. Can he find anything here? Access gonna be there to stop it well before McLean can really even start to get anything going as Peepaw looks for something here. They're now back towards his own net. They need to play defense. So defense has been a little bit rough so far in this game. I'd argue both teams has, but a lot of these goals have been let in just from shots from the side of Humero, but also just a little bit of over investment on the defense here as another shot centered up. Humero gets the ball yet again, and that's a dangerous call. McLean there to stop it in the nick of time as Reeker finds a touch. He wants to lead this offensive as he has 100 boost to his name. He does exactly that as he clears it out, but it's right back into the side as Excess is the one who gets it. Centered up for Alphaz, who gets it off of the wall. Excess not going to find it. Humero, though, does, who brings it towards the corner. 1 minute remain as Warriors Gold hold on to this 1-point lead dearly as they want to send Fuel already to the lowers. Fuel want to keep their hopes alive. They have to find something here and now as back on the side of Warriors Gold. Reeker brings it up straight to center, but Excess is going to be the first one to meet it there. McLean finds the contest, stops it, or bounce in a way that Warriors Gold want. The preset looks for something. McLean finds the handoff, but Excess just there. I mean, beautiful defense here so far from Excess, who finds another save. Not a save, he clears it out yet again as Reeker needs to start something going. Excess gets it past 2. Peepaw there to stop it. Reeker now goes up. He needs to find something. He finds 1, but it's not going to find too much else as it's in the corner. It's up in the air. McLean finds that contestation. Peepaw does not find the touch he wants. Reeker finds the touch he wants, though, as Warriors send it out. Yumeru popped up. It's in his control. McLean goes up. And with 3 seconds remaining, Fuel, they have to keep it up if they want any hope. Peepaw dangerously close to letting that one hit the ground. Grabs full boost, but Reeker does not have any boost to his name to be able to catch up to the ball there as Warriors Gold take the 3-1 series victory there. And, Fuel sent to the lowers of this placement matches early on. Definitely not what they wanted. We'll see if they can bounce back, if they can find out what went wrong, and if they can adapt and overcome. That's something this team has been so successful with in the past. As we'll be seeing them shortly up against their next opponent, who we don't know quite yet, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back with some Rocket League action. Welcome back, everybody, as we head in game, or series 2 rather, as Fuel versus Humber, and already Fuel going to be out to a hot start as Peepaw finds a goal, not bogged down by what happened last one. Fuel ready to start this new one, as Humber is a team, we fought a lot, right? I think in CEN, I remember, we fought them, I think, 3 different times. So it's a team we're quite familiar with, as Vidhawk and Scout as well. Definitely teams we're used to seeing, but Reeker looks to try to get them a 2-0 lead to start it off, but it is not going to go how he wanted it, as Peepaw gets back for the ball. Noah, we're just going to call him Noah. I refuse to say numbers, as he gets that ball, but Reeker gets it past the corner of Vidhawk. They're going to be the one to find it first, as he looks for something, but it's going to be stopped easily by McLean there, as Noah catches it center field. He has no boost to his name, though, so he's not going to have too much speed as Vidhawk goes up, looks for something, but the ball is floating mid-air, as Scout is going to be the one to find that one deep into the net of Fuel, as unfortunately McLean just was not there in time. He was just slightly too late for that save, as Humber ties this one up 1-1. As another kickoff here, we'll see what team ends up winning if Fuel has found kickoffs this time. It went the way of Humber, but then Fuel, McLean was there to catch it, make sure that it couldn't go too far, as Reeker pops that one up from the corner, and it's almost on net. It's going to be stopped as Peepaw taps that one off of the ground. Reeker for double touch, but there's no player there to stop it. Peepaw centers it up, tries to keep this ball dead, as now Scout goes back up. What a save, apparently, as Reeker looks for something off of the wall here. He finds it, but Vidhawk is the one to stop it. Now, members of Humber try to mount some sort of offensive, but McLean is there to stop it. Reeker goes up once again, as he's getting these plays, but it's just not going to be anything, as Vidhawk there to stop it. As McLean for something, Peepaw, not the touch he wanted, as Vidhawk now has control in front of Fuel's goal. 3 minutes and 18 seconds remaining. Reeker tries to look for something off of the ceiling. It's a nice handoff to McLean, but Noah is there to stop it. Make sure that that one's not going anywhere. Dead ball here yet again as Peepaw, McLean, a little bit of pass back and forth. But Reeker's not going to be the one to catch it. Instead, it's going to be Scout who tries to clear this out. Noah goes up. He misses. It's Vidhawk. Gets it past McLean. Now it's just into the corner of Fuel, but it bounces. Almost in a dangerous territory. Reeker keeps it up, though. Air dribbles his best possible as McLean now has control of the ball. He bounces it off the backboard, and Peepaw there to finish it off to get his second for the game and bring Fuel that lead once again. Beautifully played here. Nice team play. Peepaw sets himself up, knows that McLean is going to be able to set that one up. It wasn't McLean's shot. It was always going to be someone else's, whoever was in center field, and that just so happened to be Peepaw there. Speaking of Peepaw, he wins the kickoff of Vidhawk there to catch it. McLean, though, pounces it right past Scout, and that's going to be a third goal for the side of Fuel. As a miss pass there. You're passing wide in front of your net, and McLean just too much boost, able to get it, and gets the second touch before Noah can get there in time, as Fuel take a 2-point lead for the first time, I think, today. As, let's see, and seems to be a little bit of stuttering here, though. See if things going well. We'll cut to me as we try to figure out our tech issues. I'm not entirely sure what happened. I think the game may have just crashed, as we'll have to take a short break, but we'll be back when we're back, so don't go anywhere. Welcome back, everybody. Now, unfortunately, we did end up missing that first game. You know, it cut off a little bit, but I believe the end score was 7-1 for Fuel, so we definitely missed a bit of action, but Fuel definitely a dominant first win. We'll see if Humber can bounce back and, you know, maybe make this one closer. Fuel's going to run away with it, and it feels like they're doing exactly that as Noah is going to tap that one in. But truthfully, that was not his goal. That was definitely, actually, I think that was actually maybe a whole play by him, but it was definitely a lot closer, as now we'll see who can take this one, as it's already up. Humber with the lead. It's now their hands. Noah looks for something. Reeker tries to get it off the wall, looks for something here. The scout stops it. McLean stops it yet again. Vidhawk finds the first touch. He's up in the air. One flip, two, but it's going to stop there as doesn't find the resets he wanted. Scout is driving the what? Yeah, that's the bikini bottom mobile, I think. As he's seeing, looking for something here now. Scout trying to continue the offensive as brings it up, but he's going to get a demo. He's going to get demoed by Reeker, which now means Fuel gets that breathing room. They should be able to get it out of their own half, but instead Vidhawk finds something. Reeker, though, clears it out. Peepaw now with speed off of the ceiling, off the wall, gets it past one. McLean there to meet it, brings it slowly down, but Vidhawk sweeping that one out of the way well before anyone from Fuel could respond. As Peepaw looks again, the Scout's going to be the first one to meet it up there. Reeker, McLean instead going to be the one to touch it there for Fuel as Vidhawk bounces it off the wall, just trying to get the speed going, as now he has a breakaway, and Reeker will not be there, but Peepaw, because he got demoed, was actually back in the nick of time. Scout, a double touch off of the wall, but it just slows it down to a crawl as Vidhawk finds this touch yet again, and feels like Humber are not discouraged by the score of last game. They're ready to, they're still bringing their A game, and they're trying to keep this lead of theirs, but McLean says no more of that, as the touch, the save there just went a little awry. Noah finds a good save, but it bounces off of the post, and it sets it up beautifully for McLean to finish that one off with a full body shot, as now 3 minutes remain. It's a tie game, 1-1. Kickoff goes the way of Humber, and the kickoff goal will not be there as Reeker stops it. Scout finds the touch yet again. Reeker looks for something. He's off the wall. Gets a nice flip going. He has so much speed, and he gets it past one as the touch goes his way. And that means Fuel will take the lead yet again as Reeker, a solo play here. I mean, off of Vidhawk's car, bounces, but the final touch goes to Reeker, who gets that speed and clears it out, gets it through the goal. Now, Fuel take the lead. Another kickoff here. We'll see if Humber can mount their comeback, if they can tie this one up early on, or Fuel can start to spread the distance, can start to create that distance, or, you know, make just a little bit wider of a gap. It's now Humber back on the offensive. Scout looks for something, and as I said it, I mean, Scout's going to be the one to find it, touch it in. The Sonic explosion with the bikini bottom car. This is a combo of all time here from Scout. But it does not matter if he's finding the goals and he's finding the shots he needs to. 2-2. Now Reeker gonna be the first. He's gonna be able to get that after a dead ball, after the kickoff. Scout meets it, wins that 50. Peepaw sends it up. He sets it up for himself, but Noah is there beautifully to stop that one. Now McLean tries to slow it down, tries to center it up for his team, but both of his teammates are just a little bit too far forward. Peepaw gets it past one, but Vidhawk is there to meet it. As now it's McLean and Reeker on the defense. McLean passes, but it's going to be a demo onto him via Noah. Now, you know, this demo hasn't meant much. It seems Fuel still on the offensive this entire time as McLean finds a double touch. He flips. He does a bunch. Tries his best to get something started, but instead it will be stopped by Humber. Ball up in the air. It's a floater. It's McLean off the backboard, but he does not find the touch he wants. There looking class. A nice save to the side of Noah, who keeps his defense on lock, but the ball is still in Humber's side, and it's in a dangerous territory for them. Wall off the wall. It's a slow ball. Can Noah get to it in time? Nobody finds it. Peepaw bounces it off the ceiling, off the crossbar yet again, as McLean is just a little bit too quick on that one. Peepaw hears it out. Nice touch from McLean. Pass to Rieger, and a beautiful team play there from Fuel to get their lead right back. Peepaw clears this one out. McLean passes it down. Rieger gets that bounce off of the wall, finish it off cleanly with a ground shot. Well positioned by all members of Fuel. They're each playing the role they needed to. As now they want to get some sort of insurance. They don't want to keep this one within one because it's shown, Humber has shown they can score at a moment's notice. Fuel cannot get complacent, cannot get comfortable with this lead they have generated. Despite the fact there's only 1 minute remaining, they are looking to continue that lead, widen that deficit for Humber Esports as McLean finds another goal off of Peepaw's pass here. Nice handoff to McLean, who finds it past Vidhawk, who was just not able to get there in time. As now that insurance marker is there. It's a 2-4 game for Fuel. They're looking to take a 2-0 lead in this series. Kickoff goes the way of Peepaw. McLean is there to catch it. He's starting to heat up clearly in this match. 2 shots, 2 goals. He's 100%. When he takes a shot, he finds the back of the net so far. Rieger looks for something. It bounces off. McLean does not find a Peepaw off of the corner, off the post. Just a little bit misplaced yet again. 45 seconds remaining. Fuel keep the offense going. McLean slows it down to a crawl. Rieger as well. Peepaw there to try to finish it, but it bounces even higher up as Vidhawk and Noah find it. McLean for something, but it's just going to keep on getting popped up. Neither player find back of the net. Just a high ball throughout this entire last 30 seconds. And speaking of 30 seconds, we're down to 20 of those seconds. The main Fuel keep their lead to 2. Humber has to score now if they want any hope, but it seems like Rieger is going to put the nail in the coffin for this one and get Fuel their 5th goal of the game off of a nice pass again from McLean, kind of setting up most of these plays. A lot of the plays around Fuel are going to be centered around McLean. He's their highest ranked player. He's Rieger happy to not have to be the one who is considered the highest rank anymore. He's glad to have that freedom to play how he wants. Noah does get that goal, but it might be too little too late. Unless another kickoff goal comes, then, that door starts to open just that little bit here. We'll see if Humber can make a comeback. But, Humber showing they still have signs of life. They're not out of it yet, despite the fact that they seem to be going down 0-2 here. Kickoff goes the way of Fuel. And with that, McLean just going to pop one more in the back of the net just to finish it off and get himself a hat trick for this game. As a nice solo play here. Bounce off the backboard, a nice touch off the wall. That's what we expect from someone of McLean's caliber. And when these backboards are unprotected, that's going to happen. And that's what happens off of kickoffs. He can't get back in time. 2 seconds remaining. Ball high up onto Humber's side. Fuel will take game 2, 6-3. As real dominant showing from Fuel, but the early game was very, very even. Humber had the lead for a bit, but once Fuel, once they found their heat, they found their stride, they just ran away with that one, especially McLean. 3 goals, 2 assists, 4 shots, having 5, goal participation. Very, very well done by him there. See if Fuel can close it out in 3. A nice sweep here of Humber, or if Humber can find some sort of comeback, if they can start to mount that reverse sweep. But it all matters. This game 3 is where it starts, because it always starts with just 1 game as we're heading in. Vidhawk wins that kickoff. Rieger up in the sky, off the wall, looks for something. Peepaw is going to be the one to clear it out as McLean goes up. It's off the backboard, and he finds a double touch, but it's a dead ball right in front of Humber's net. No member of Fuel is able to capitalize on that positioning. As now, McLean and Rieger, dynamic duo of this team, have started some sort of an offense. It's off of the backboard. Peepaw not there to able to get there in time. Rieger sends it to the corner to try to get it out, as he just has to get it past Vidhawk, but he does not do that. McLean bounces it off the corner, tries to keep something going. Is there anyone there to meet it? Peepaw looks to try to, but Noah gets the better of him in that touch as Rieger keeps this up. Bounces it off the bat ball at center field. McLean just going to bring it down to the ground, look for some sort of play himself with some sort of dribbles, as he is a playmaker. through and through. Instead, Paul, Rieker not going to find the handoff he wanted there. Neither does he find the touch. He tries to keep his ball dead. It's centered up. A nice bump from Scout to get McLean far away from the ball. His attack has slowed down to a crawl for Fuel. McLean, though, almost finds another opening, and Fuel, they've not let go of the gas pedal. It's much like that Game 2 versus Waterloo. See if they can keep this one up, as already a minute and a half down. It feels like it's only been in Humber's side. This is the first time we've really crossed the center field, and immediately Rieker is right there to keep it there. Keep it exactly there. McLean and Rieker, they're not finding the goals. Nice save with Peepaw. Everyone else was going for those high shots, so we'll just do a nice trickle low shot here. 90 kVA, it's not a speedy one, it's not a fancy one, but it gets the job done, and that's all you need. As Fuel take the lead yet again, and really Humber, they need to start to find something, because right now it's been the Fuel show this game. They have not let up their offense even once. And Rieker have a little bit of a bump battle there, but it does go the way of Noah. Scout, and he finally get it past the center field. It looks like him and Noah do exactly that, but Rieker's there to clear it out. If it doesn't stay here for long, it won't matter much, as a nice pass there from Noah right to McLean's hood. Peepaw for a side pinch. He does not find that wall pinch, though, that he wants. It's not the same speed he's looking for. Instead, it slows it down. McLean sends that ball off course towards the corner so Peepaw can get it and start this offense. He gets it past one to Noah. They're in the center to stop it. McLean gets it past two. Scout, though, brings it to the corner, looks for that double touch, but instead Rieker's going to be the one to meet him there, as he nice pass from the Scout towards Rieker, and Fuel running away with this game. It feels, Humber have not found any opening. They've been in Fuel's side for a total of 15 seconds, where Fuel's been on Humber's the entirety of the game, as 2-0 lead here in Humber. They need a spark to get them going here if they want any hope of keeping themselves in this series and keeping themselves in this bracket, as McLean, Rieker wanting nothing more than to stop the hopes of Humber and to end this one cleanly with a 3-0 victory, as there's only 2 minutes remaining, and these two are playing with it in front of the net, but they do not find the goal they want. Ball fast off of the backboard. A Scout does not find it, but Noah there off of the third touch will be able to bring Humber within one. The signs of life that we needed have started to flourish. Scout, he wanted that one solo, but he realized he wasn't going to get the touch he needed. So Noah there to meet him in tow, as now the kickoff goal can tie this one up. Humber can start to get some offensive, but on the plus side for Humber, right, you only had the offense for that little bit of time, but when you did, you made it count. You got that goal. Even if Fuel's been on the gas the entire game, if they can't get them in the back of the net, it won't matter much. And if they can't save, it will matter even less. As Rieker stops it here, make sure to keep this ball dead, but he has no boost. McLean, a pass to Noah, a pass to Vidhawk, who tries to go up, but McLean is there to meet him on the wall, as Rieker is as well. The rest of Fuel start to play this one. McLean and Peepaw both at 0 boost apiece. Well, McLean has to go back. Rieker has to solo play this. He gets so much speed on the ball off the backboard. Peepaw full boost center field. McLean can set this up for him. It's sure to go in. Instead, Rieker's the one who has to catch it, as it will be Noah getting it past one. It's a bounce off the backboard, but McLean there once again to stop it, as Vidhawk try to keep this ball away from his own net. Fuel, they still have the lead. 1 minute remaining for this third and potentially final game. We'll have to see. Humber, they need to find something now. They need to dig deep into their bag of tricks and pull something that Fuel has never seen with a team that they played against so many times, such as Humber. And his Fuel team is basically brand new, the only returning player being Rieker. We'll see if Humber can solve conundrum that is this Fuel offense so far. Rieker, he's looking to get it past. He bounces it off the backboard. He wants a solo play, but it's going to go wide. It's going to go towards the corner instead. Clears it out as Scout and Noah trying to make some sort of magic happen. That hat, a bag full of tricks. It seems to be maybe running low, as Scout going to be able to save that one, making sure the lead does not grow, that there's still hope throughout this entire game. Rieker tries to get back in time, but he doesn't need to, as Peepaw ever reliable will be there to catch it. Plane looks to finalize this one. Instead, it's going to be Reeker to bring a 2-goal lead. 3 seconds remaining. Fuel love these last second goals. And I feel like it's almost all but inevitable. It's almost a formality that Fuel will take this series, take this one 3-0. Unless Humber, 2 kickoff goals back-to-back could change it. With a dead ball off of kickoff, that's not what you want to see if you're Humber, and Fuel takes the victory 3-0. With that game 3 being a 3-1 victory. I mean, game 2 was, I believe, 5-2 and then a 7-1. So a very, very dominant victory there from the side of Fuel against Humber, as they'll now be moving on in their bracket and seeing who their third opponent's going to be. See if they can continue these placement matches, finding as much success as they have been. That first game, things were a little bit shaky, but they seem to have warmed up a little bit, and they really, really started to heat up in this Humber game. We'll have to see how they do against their third opponent, so don't go anywhere. We'll be back with that. Welcome back, everybody. Heading shortly into this third and final game for our Fuel Esports main roster. It's up against Warriors Gold again. You know, we saw them. Fuel ended up falling 3-1 in that first game, as already Alphaz hot out the gate with a 6-second goal, right back to what it was before. Now, Warriors Gold fell 3-0 in the upper bracket. So they're coming off of a loss, Fuel coming off of a win, but it doesn't seem to have changed the momentum too much, as already Warriors Gold hot out the gate with that first goal, as now XS gets it past Fuel's defenses yet again. The kickoff goes their way. That's something I remember highlighting, was Warriors Gold had the kickoffs on a lock. They barely lost any whatsoever, which just meant the tempo was always in their favor. As now Rieker looks to get it past three people. He does find two, but the bump actually goes towards the side of Humero. Humero, speaking of which, had some fantastic solo plays. Rieker with a demo b-ball, nice save there to stop that one, as XS be catching that one in the air. Humero now goes up, gets a double touch. Alphaz, they're trying to finish it himself. b-ball, nice slow pass to midfield, just a nice clear that one out. Now Peepaw contests, wins that one out as XS and Peepaw go up to fight for it. XS ends up getting touch. Alphaz gets there first. Rieker, though, ready with that one in the wait. In the wings, is he waiting as now Reeker and McLean look for something, but it's off the backboard just a little bit too high for McLean there. As Alphaz now has something of his own, but Peepaw there to stop it once again as now he centers it up. It's towards McLean. It's towards the corner of Warriors Gold as Fuel trying to keep this offense going, but they haven't found too much success from it so far. Did I just cast her curse? I think I did, as Reeker takes exactly what I said and throws it in the trash and finds the first goal for Fuel as it's now tied 1-1, and a nice solo play there from Reeker to get that one in. Another kickoff. Once again, it will go the way of Warriors, but instead Fuel clears that one out. Now a demo did come out. Ball sent right towards this corner yet again. Peepaw, it's a nice double touch, a third. He's keeping this one in Warriors half on his own so far, and he hasn't used any boost to do such. McLean now has something himself, and that's a beautiful goal there from McLean. Find that one. He sets it up. I mean, he sets this up, a nice bounce, and then beautiful car control, finding the exact angle he needed to squeeze that one past the defenders of Warriors Gold as Fuel take the lead 2-1 here. 3 minutes left on the clock, and that might just be a kickoff goal for your Peepaw. Get Fuel a 2-point lead. For once, the kickoff goes the way of Fuel, and when it does, it's a goal nonetheless. As Peepaw and Alphaz just a little bit too far back to be able to stop that one. Fuel again take 2-point lead here as another kickoff comes. Unless Warriors finds one, they're going to be at deficit for a bit, I'd argue. Fuel, they're back to that fate form they had in that one game they won against Warriors last time, where you just keep the offense going and going and going, and they don't let down the gas at all. The moment they let Numero and they let Alphaz and Excess breathe, it was the moment when they started to crumble. Now they keep this gas on, and McLean gets it back in the half, and a nice touch there from McLean to get his second of the game and bring a 3-point lead. And Fuel coming out swinging in this game one off of that dominant win versus Humber. Beautifully played shot there from McLean, who gets again a second of the game. 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. Fuel taking a commanding lead so far. Feels like they may have warmed up. This is a team that we've always said, last year's roster, we said they kind of needed that game one to warm up a little bit, and that, that first series, but once they're warm, they really start to become lights out, and it feels like we might be seeing that same version of Fuel here right now, as they are finding exactly what they needed to beat Warriors. Warriors, they're not going down without a fight, though. It is a 3-goal deficit. But we've seen how quickly this team can score. I mean, Alphaz got this first goal within 5 seconds of the game. So it's still anyone's game, and it's never over until the timer ticks to 0. But McLean sure wants to make it just that little bit harder for Warriors to come back, as he wants to find another goal. And Fuel keep the offense going. They're not letting up a single bit of pressure. As Reeker is now in his half, but he clears it out. Excess is there to meet it, though. He's up in the air. He has the boost. McLean, a nice forward clear, and now he's going to turn this clear into a strike attempt of his own, but it is stopped by Numero, as well as Reeker's attempt, as Alphaz now has something. It's a pass to Excess, but Excess does not find the touch, and neither does Numero. Now 0 boost to his name. There's no boost on the map. He just has to save this one with nothing, and he does exactly that. He stops the play, but it keeps on going. It's never ending, these attacks for Fuel. They seem to last so long. That's exactly what has found them success so far in games, especially versus Humber's. Peepaw, just a nice, clean shot from center field to bring Fuel a 4-point lead. Beautifully placed there, right towards that left center. Just not quite there was Alphaz. A second too late. He's going to pay the price for that, as now Fuel, it's not written off, but if you're Warriors, I feel like at this point you might be thinking about shaking this one off, making sure you don't overthink this game and you come right back to that form you had against this team in that first series. Fuel, they're playing lights out. They seem to be playing even a different game of Rocket League now than they were earlier today. And that's something that's so crucial, the adaptation is something that makes these top team, from great or from good to fantastic. Exactly what Fuel is looking to be. They're looking to be a top contender. They are a very, very strong roster on paper. It just needs to see if they can put it into practice. But Alphaz, as I'm talking, as I'm monologuing even, finds that goal and brings the lead only to 3. Now 24 seconds remain. But it does show that Warriors are not without life. They're not without fight. Warriors will fight to the very end. And that's exactly what they're looking to do here as 20 seconds remain. And you can tell this team wants to get another one quickly. McLean, he doesn't want to let that happen anytime soon. Ball is cleared out by Excess. Alphaz slows it down to pass it to Excess yet again. Alphaz looks for something, but with 9 seconds remaining. This game is a hard one to fight back from. What matters is the next one, as it's only a 1-game deficit, a 1-0 lead for Fuel as they take game 1, 5-2. Now Warriors, they're the ones that have to go back to the drawing board, and they're the ones that have to solve the conundrum that is Fuel's offense. I mean, they're completely just a constant barrage of shots. You see, neither two members of Warriors had 0 shots on net, whereas Fuel 3-5-3. That's 11 shots in a game with 5 goals. A very, very solid showing from Fuel, and a very dominant one at that, as they look to continue this hot streak going, right? That's 4 wins in a row for them so far today. Let's see if they can make it 5 as a kickoff comes as we're right into game 2. Deepaul looking to finish that one off early as Reeker is there, and it feels like this hot streak just keeps getting hotter. Fuel, they are fired up like a volcano. They are ready to completely dominate Warriors. Turn them to stone even at this point. The level of play that Fuel is showing as McLean gets it past, but Access. Mero's going to be there to stop it, not letting a second goal trickle in. They need to keep their hope. They need to keep their wits about them. But these shots from Fuel, the offense has been unyielding, never wavering as they continue this up. Again, it's been in their half for the entire game so far, and almost all of last game as well, as the offense is really the best defense when it comes to a game as fast-paced, and a game is so skill-heavy, and so single amount of solo plays that are possible in a game like this. As McLean finds a nice touch off the backboard, you have to be there to meet it. He was just slightly off, was Alphaz. He was not there in time, which means the backboard is undefended, and a player of McLean's caliber, as I've said, will not let that one go past easily or cleanly whatsoever. He'll easily bury that one into the back of the net, as now Fuel take a 2-0 lead, and they keep their streak going. Warriors feels like they just are lost so far on this pitch. They have not found any sort of momentum in the last game and a half already. Let's see if they can bring it back, if they can bring this one within 1 even, if they can tie it up at that, or if Fuel is just going to keep widening the gap of this score and keep on increasing their own pressure, as Reeker does exactly that. He finds a second goal. Reeker hasn't been the loudest today. It's been more of the McLean show. Peepaw finding some good goals and some good passes as well, but Reeker showing that he is, he was the star player, and he's the captain for a reason. He's here to make sure that his team gets across that finish line. They want to make sure that they go 2-1 in these placement matches. They do not want to go 1-1. Access off of the corner. It does not go where he wants. The post and the crossbar meet, but he gets it past. But Alphaz was not beat Peepaw, as he's an unwavering defensive force here for Fuel. It's off the backboard. Access does find it, but it's again off the post. It's off the crossbar. And not only is Fuel getting these goals, the environment is playing towards their side. The post, the crossbar, it's all it seems Warriors can find. The back of the net, nothing but a myth to them, as Reeker looks to clear it out, as Alphaz yet again finds the post, as Fuel keep the offense going. They're back in Warriors half, and Warriors, their first real offense of this game, just ends in post and post and post gaming. Access though, Umeru now gets his own play. It's a bounce shot, but there's no one to follow up. Access again off the crossbars. Reeker as well gets a good save there. But the environment again is all on Fuel's side. The tides have completely turned in their favor, and it looks like they are unstoppable right now on this pitch. Unless Access has something to say about it, but Reeker stops that one. And the rotation here for Fuel, they make sure the goal is never undefended. Humero goes for a solo play, flip reset. He's trying to keep this one up, trying to make some sort of fancy play, because these standard shots are not finding any sort of mark, any sort of success for the side of Warriors. But McLean's the one who gets to it first as he clears it out. Alphaz will catch it up, but Peepaw centers it. It's off the backboard. Reeker wants to find it, but Excess goes up. And Reeker does not find the touch, but who needs to when McLean, right-hand man, is there, ready in the wings, waiting. And he bumps Humero away, so Peepaw can get back in time. And he does go wide. He goes a little bit too far as Reeker now goes for a solo play. One touch, two touches. McLean finds it, but now the post might be on Warriors' side, as this game has been a battle for these goals. But Fuel, they're up 3-0. With 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining, Warriors have not found a breath of life yet so far in this game, as it continues to dwindle away. That spark that they had in that game one, slowly fading, unless they can start to mount something here. Access looks for something. Humero centered up. It's a dead ball, middle center field. The Reeker finds his third of the game. 3 goals, 4 shots, 1 assist, 3 saves, an all-arounder and a hat trick for Reeker in this game. This one's been his story, as he wants Fuel to go up 2-0, and he wants a clean sweep of Warriors here. And it feels like it may just come to that. Now there is 1 minute remaining, but it feels like, again, Warriors, they've not been able to find any sort of success on these attacks. And when Fuel keeps the pressure up, eventually Warriors ends up giving in and faltering, causes their demise. Now Access looks for something. Mario has the air, but he doesn't find anything. McLean looks for something to get a clear out as Humero and Alpha, as they pass it towards each other. It's off the backboard, but there's a player there to stop it, and it's right back into Warriors' side. Now Access looks for something, but Peepaw gets it past him. Now Humero up on the ball, gets it stopped, but because Reeker held him there in almost a Rule 1 situation there, he was very close, but he kept him locked in. Means McLean's able to finish that off and get his second for the game, as it's a 5-0 lead for Fuel with 30 seconds remaining in this game too. Now McLean clears it out once again. Access wins that. Warriors, they're winning these kickoffs, but they're just not finding any success, as this game leading has almost bled Warriors dry with 15 minutes remaining. Their firepower has not been found. The spark has not been lit in this one, and they'll need to find it if they want any hope, as they're going to have to reverse sweep if they want any chance to keep themselves, to get 2 wins in this bracket, in this placement division. If they want any chance at stopping Fuel's reign of terror, as Fuel take game 2 in a dominant fashion. And I mean, beautiful play from every member of Fuel, but Reeker, 3 goals, 1 assist, 3 saves, 4 shots on net. Lights out performance from him. McLean, though, I mean, 2-1-0 saves, but 3 shots. And then Peepaw, right, he's the assist guy, he's the saves guy. That's his role in this team, and he plays it beautifully. He's always there when his team needs it. Now, in the first series, there was those moments where he was just slightly too late or slightly misjudged it, but it seems like he's worked those out, and there's no more of those where that came from. Warriors, if they want any hope, they're going to have to bounce back quick, and they're going to have to shake off those last 2, and they have to bring this one close, as we'll be heading in to the 3rd game right now. Kickoff goes the way of Warriors. The goal is almost there. McLean makes sure to hit that one out trajectory, hits it off towards the crossbar, so it does not go anywhere, as Peepaw now looks to clear. McLean back up, but it's actually met by Access, who now is looking for something here. Reeker gets it past 1, Reeker gets it past 2, but he does not find the 3rd, as a member is back. Peepaw here's it, keeps it in this corner. They don't want to let it go anywhere, as Reeker, he finds himself in a tussle a little bit of a bump war, but neither team ends up winning it out. E-Ball looks to clear it out, but instead Warriors, they're the one keeping it. Fuel's half. Alphaz looks for something, but Reeker finds a demo onto Alphaz's teammate, which means you'll have the advantage for the time being. Mero goes up, but he just ran out of boost at the wrong moment. So did Access. It's Fuel, they now have the chance. Alphaz goes up, but Reeker is there. He has the boost to play with, and it's going to be a beautiful save from Access. He gets back just in the nick of time. You know, you saw people look and maybe try to contest that, try to bump the player out of the way, but he was just slightly too late. Now, McLean and Reeker, they look to start some sort of an offensive right again, but Yumero is there to meet them in the air. Warriors, they're starting to play a bit more aggressive, but a nice bump from Peepaw there means they won't find anything. McLean finds a touch off the backboard, but it's right towards a save of Alphaz. And another demo comes out for Reeker, who now looks to try to get it past two players. But a save from Excess. Warriors, their defense is back on. The wall of shields is up for these Warriors. They're not looking to give at any moment. Seems like they are unyielding in this game, but it is going to be stopped by a nice corner shot from Peepaw, who finds the first blood and draws it for Fuel with a minute. After a minute and 45 seconds of continuous play, it's a beautiful shot there from Peepaw to trickle that one in. Not a fast one, but it does the job as Fuel take the lead yet again. Kickoff here, won by Warriors. Again, they're finding what they did before where they won all these kickoffs, but it doesn't mean anything if they can't find any success on these goals, on these goal attempts. Their attacks are getting stopped by Fuel well in advance before they really even have their idea set in motion. It feels like Fuel has the read on how Warriors want to play the offense. It's now 3 minutes remaining. Fuel keep their lead to 1. Reeker looks to widen that one just as I say it to 2. He already has 4 shots on net, and that's not a tell of how aggressive Fuel has been in this series so far. In a minute, and, you know, less than 2 minutes, or a little bit over 2 minutes rather, he's already found 4 shots on net, 1 goal. Peepaw finds his goal as well, and now Warriors, they're back. Their backs are back against the wall. They have to find something here and now. As Access looks for something, it's off the wall. But instead of his team being there, it's Reeker who looks for something. But the boost is just not in favor of Fuel. All 3 were at 0 boost for a second, as now they're all back to full. And now Warriors are the ones on the boost struggle, which means Fuel's attack will go towards their way. Peepaw goes right back to center field. Reeker brings it up, but Alphaz is there to stop him. But McLean again in that corner, ready to meet up, ready to catch these fly balls after these clears from the side of Warriors, making sure that they don't go too far, that these attacks continue. Reeker and Peepaw colliding there to make sure the ball stays right where they want it. It doesn't go astray. They have full control over it the entire time. Peepaw off of the corner, but he does not find the second touch that he would need, as he now goes back for some boost, and he's going to be playing this defense. He looks to try to get that clear, but the 50-50 is won on the side of Warriors. Alphaz bounces that one off the top as a minute and 30 seconds remaining, and Excess looks for something, but instead of, it's just again towards the post. It does not find the net, as Warriors, they're starting to feel the pressure. You can tell with just how they're playing right now that they feel in danger, and McLean, he's looking to make that danger a reality, as he wants to get a 30, wants to get second insurance marker, make that gap just that little bit wider. But now, as I say that, Mario, it trickles on the goal line, but it does not go in as a demo. Both teams trading demos, and instead of it going in, Yumero, the ball stops dead at the goal line. That's a heartbreaker for the side of Warriors. The ball is now centered up for Peepaw, but a nice touch from Alphaz means it goes astray. Another demo. Fuel, they're getting handsy, they're getting aggressive, and they're getting forceful with these games, with these demos so far. They do not want to give up any space. The attack continues as Warriors now, it might be their final opportunity to get an attack as they find it, but McLean stops it, but Access finishes it off with the push of McLean. And with 23 seconds remaining, Warriors have opened the door, and they're looking to bring this one to overtime. They do not want to go out without a fight. They find their first goal within 7 in a row. It was 7 goals for Fuel before Warriors could even find one. It's now try to continue this up. 16 seconds remaining, and it's another attack for Warriors. McLean finds in the corner. It's centered up, but McLean finds it out, and Peepaw is here. It's just Access versus Peepaw in the corner. Alphaz tries to keep it up. He has the boost. The ball is not going how he wants it to. It's in the corner. He slows it down. He brings it to a crawl. But Peepaw says no. He closes that door in the face of Warriors Gold, and he stops it right before they could breathe. As Fuel take a 3-0, a commanding win. And I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure I saw Rico had 66 ball touches that game. So really, Fuel just completely in control the entire series, and complete different showing comparatively to that first game. Be very interested to see what ended up going down and what ended up, what they chatted with. But unfortunately, we will not be able to get an interview today, so we'll just have to speculate. But with that, I thank you very much for watching another Fuel Esports broadcast. Make sure you follow our socials, Fanshawe Fuel, everywhere to keep up to date, as streams will be starting every day next week. We're going to be right back into the swing of things for this new semester, and these teams you're gonna want to watch these brand new teams. With that, I've been New, and I hope you have a fantastic evening. Have a good one.